Well, welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines. And as we do it every time this week, we're going to talk about the round of NRL that's just been played. State of Origin's out of the way. A great round of football last weekend. Gentlemen, how are you tonight? Tom, you're not allowed to say you're tired.
Well, then I got nothing.
I'm very ill.
And you're not allowed to say you're sick.
Well, I got nothing either.
Sick and tired.
Sick and tired.
Of?
Yeah, that's my line.
Stephen.
Sick and tired of... Anyway. Well, actually, I thought this was a really good round of football.
Yeah.
There were some really good games.
There were some very good games.
There was.
Yes.
And some standout performers in those games.
There was.
Can I declare that Sunday saw no football?
Here we go.
Hey, my wife
There we
wanted
go.
my attention and I gave it to her.
So this is a
no
football show.
Sunday.
What are you going to talk...
Plus the point is, it was such a good game on Saturday night that why would you want to watch anything else? So,
What, the South game?
No.
Actually, do you want to give us a preview of Thor? What were your thoughts on
What?
Thor?
You mean a
Thor?
post view of Thor?
No, whatever.
I thought it was really quirky. I thought it was funny, and
I'm glad. I
it was
did
good.
too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Football show.
Hey, if you haven't seen Thor, get out and see it.
Yes.
I thought it was fun. It's not a typical...
Yeah, don't give them more money.
It's not about the money.
It is about the money. It's
Moving
always
on.
about the
All
money.
right, moving
Moving
on.
on.
Brian's gone grumpy again. Let's start with the first game, gentlemen. Sharks 26 defeated the Cowboys 12.
Yeah.
And I watched our last week's show, and we were just like, "Is there any way the Cowboys are going to lose this game?" And
Well, there was.
They
Well,
found a way.
So, controversial moment in the match, Stephen.
Speak.
Taumalolo's disallowed try.
Yes.
Yep,
Agree or disagree?
I
Agree.
agree.
100%.
I agree.
Oh.
It was definitely obstruction.
No controversy here then.
It was absolute obstruction.
It was.
I mean, I know you can't disappear, but you can't run shepherd for a bloke either. So
That's right.
don't worry.
And technically, as the defensive line moved, I mean, if the defensive line was... If he was behind the defensive line, it's fine. But as it's moving, he's got to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And he was in front of the...
And he was in front.
man-
So
man-
Taumalolo was never going to pass to him.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I tell you what, the moment they say, "Oh, that's okay,"
Yep.
you watch all the coaches say, "Well, listen, just run up and
Yeah.
think look like you're going to take a pass." Can't
So,
be done. It was
right
a-
call, I think.
100%.
100%, it was a right call.
Oh, well, that wasn't a controversial moment then. All said and done. I was going, everybody's blowing up about... Like, there are a number of higher profile than us. Can you believe it? Commentators.
No, there's no one higher profile than us.
They were blowing up about
They'll
it.
be from Channel 9, probably.
And I don't understand. So that's just the start of my anti-commentator bias at this moment in
You're
time.
really down on the commentators.
I am
aren't you?
Yeah, I can save it for my rant if you like.
Okay, all right.
Good.
Save it for your
Good.
Were the Sharks really that good? I wasn't overly impressed with them. The Cowboys didn't seem to be able to get out of second gear.
Yeah.
But I wasn't overly impressed with the Sharks. I didn't think this was a spectacular game that was shaping up to be.
Yeah, but it was decent.
Yeah.
Look, it was fine. But
Two quality teams who play a good style of football, very similar actually,
Yep.
style of football. So there's a good contest. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse Ramian out now, busted.
What-
Not Jesse
what-
Ramian, sorry, Katoa.
Yeah,
Toes out,
shoulder. Yeah, in the process of scoring a try, which is
That's a bit
disappointing.
sad. He's not in my Super League Supercoach team, so
so you don't care.
yeah, I needed one of my backs to be injured, but they didn't get injured.
All right, let's go on to the Eels 28 defeated the Warriors 18. And again, I wasn't overly impressed with the Eels either.
No.
No, even though they scored 5 tries, I tell you who's going great guns. That Papali is just
Papali.
Papali. He's amazing.
Yeah. How did they possibly get rid of him?
The
How did
Warriors
they let him go?
I don't know. How did the Warriors let him go, and how did Parramatta
No, are
let
you
him
talking
go?
about? Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, we are talking about the same person.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the bloke's been punted. He got punted from a club.
Well,
Yeah,
but to be fair, I think he's been significantly better. He was a good player at the Warriors,
He
Yeah.
was.
but
He was.
he's gone to another level at Parramatta. I think.
But he wasn't playing like that when the Tigers first signed him. And so now he's gone to that level.
I disagree. I think
No, I disagree.
I think they signed him in the middle of his hot patch. That's
Yeah.
why they
I think he's been
That's why
playing
they
well
paid
for
out.
at
I'd say
least
I'll be
18 months
very disappointed if he turns his back on him. Very disappointed
on the Tigers.
on the Tigers.
Oh,
Yeah.
contract's not worth anything. Just ask Kieran Foran.
Kieran Foran is going to the Titans.
Kieran Foran doesn't want to go to the Titans anymore.
Doesn't matter. He's
Well,
going to the
neither
Titans.
did his offsider.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, turncoats.
It's a manly thing.
It's
It's
just
a manly thing.
Yeah.
Anything else about that game? Oh, Sean Johnson was so disappointing. The week before, he had a game where he controlled it. You could nearly say masterfully.
Yeah.
He pulled all the strings and was great. And in this game, I don't know, he seemed disinterested.
And there was a promo for this Saturday's games, and I can't remember who the Warriors are playing at the moment, but they're just selling, just talking up Sean Johnson, and I thought that was embarrassing because he's just not the player he used to be, and he was never that player consistently.
Yep. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the most boring game of the round, Steve.
Yeah, of course.
Most boring game of the round.
Well, yeah, of course it is. I mean, let's face it. We've had two good teams playing an average game. We've had two average teams playing an average game. Now we've got two average teams, and one of them's forgot to show up.
In the second half, in the first half, I mean, the Roosters 54, Dragons 26. Half time was 12-10.
14-12 to the Dragons.
To the Dragons.
Yeah. So I think what I summed up is I got really frustrated in about the 25th minute of this game.
Yep.
Because the Ben Hunt show turned up for like 10 minutes.
Yep.
And they scored 2 tries. Fantastic 40-20. I mean, terrific. I actually think that Ben Hunt ran out of gas in the second half. I think that was a big part of what happened. But the Roosters came back out with a lot of determination. And look, some of their tries they put on were, I thought, really good.
Can I bring up Joey Manu's rope-a-dope?
No, he had a sore leg.
No, I didn't like it at all.
He had a sore leg.
No, it's not right.
They took him off after the try was scored.
I get that.
Yeah,
but
after he scored, correct.
But those players laid off him because he pulled up line.
I agree. I remember, and I remember thinking, the turning point for me was the Souths Manly game a year ago when Tom Trbojevic was running the ball back, and George Burgess, who, doesn't need an excuse to belt someone, actually stopped when Tom went down, and there was no carry on. And the worst thing was I'm watching that game, and he grabbed his hamstring, and I've gone, oh no. And I guarantee you those players went, oh no. Yeah. But then what does he do? Oh, splits them, scores a try.
Splits them. Not only splits them, but kicks for in goal.
Yeah,
with the injured leg.
No, this is Joey Manu. Tom at least had the decency to go down.
So he grabbed the leg that was injured.
Yep.
Held up and then sprinted and then kicked with it to kick into the goal.
Yep.
So
look,
I didn't like it.
He got a cramp. He saw a hole. He decided, well, I'm going to keep playing.
Yeah, well, the hole was because he pulled up.
Yeah, but is that his fault?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he pulled up with a cramp. They went, oh, okay.
No,
and he saw a hole and he ran.
So
in a split second like that, how are you supposed to make
Well,
that
it's the same as if you're running behind someone and it's a shepherd.
No, it's not.
You hit the ground because it's a penalty.
That.
Here's the problem.
Nothing like
Joey
that.
Manu pulls up lame and someone says, no, you've done this before, and smashes him.
Belts him.
And then everyone complains, well, hang on, the guy pulled up lane, he was grabbing his leg, and you just laid straight into him.
Yep.
So then they're in the wrong.
There was nobody near him.
Yeah, there were two blokes in front of him.
They were 5 metres away from him.
But they both stopped.
Yes, and that's up to them, not him.
So they should have belted him.
They should have belted him.
Maybe.
So from now on, all the NRL coaches that are out there watching, belt the Roosters.
I don't get your reasoning, honestly.
Well, honestly.
Anyway, it wasn't the difference in the game.
It was. He feigned an injury.
It wasn't the difference in the game.
It wasn't at that point.
42 points in the second half. That was impressive.
I tell you what the difference in the game was, apart from the fact that the Roosters went up a gear, they were somewhere else.
Yeah.
The fact that Zach Lomax, how many times do we have to tell that boy, pull your head in?
Yeah, and
stop no-look passing.
The flick out the back to no one.
If he just passed that normally, that's a try.
That's a try. That's twice.
And
he
Dragons
bombed 2.
move ahead.
Yeah.
He bombed 2, and that would have put the pressure back on the Roosters. But what does he do?
Can I also highlight, unfortunately, that the third season in a row we've had 2 ACLs in the same game. What is with us, honestly? And now we've got different trainers. So I felt so sorry for Billy Smith. 3 ACLs in his career at the age of 23, and he's had a shoulder reco, and then he got a Liz Frank injury, which is a broken bone in your foot. It's like a 5-month recovery.
You're doing this to your hand.
Yeah, but I'm trying to show you because I wasn't going to take my shoes
wasn't going to take his shoe off, throw his foot up, was he?
Because that would use up about 3.5 minutes that we don't need.
No.
Exactly. So, but the poor guy, and he's really struggling. He's really struggling emotionally. Going, can I go through this again? Desperately sorry for him.
I know. And look, I got to say, I somewhat felt for the Roosters as well because every injury.
Wow.
Well, every injury they seem to have seems to be a long-term one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, that's fine.
That's big
but
for
I tell you what, the
Steve.
next time Joey Manu pulls up lane,
Hit him.
But if from a clinical point of view, though, Satili Tupanua we can cover because we've got some good young outside backs, back rowers, and we've got a little bit of depth with Aguama and Kieran to cover for Billy Smith. I'm sorry they're gone, but I think we'll probably be okay. And we get Kiri back this week, which is good.
yeah. Okay, Sea Eagles 42 defeated the Knights 12.
We played no one.
Yeah, no, and seriously,
I didn't say that to him.
Yeah, but
Hey, got to get in before you.
Wow.
honestly, the Knights just
Yeah.
All right, they might not have showed up,
They
but
didn't
Manly
show
still
up.
played well.
Yeah, no, look, I think Manly are playing some good footy without Tom. And I heard today that he might be back week 3 of the finals. That's what I heard.
Actually, he's due back. He's due back the week before the finals.
Really?
But then there was an additional problem with his shoulder, so they might rest him until the finals.
Wow. Gee.
yeah, but
But-
you won't make the third round of the finals, so it doesn't
No,
matter.
no, he'll play first round of the finals.
You won't you barely make the first round.
Doesn't matter. With Tom, we'll win the comp. Oh look, no, well that's right. I mean, I know that they scored 42 points, and that's fantastic. But the fact that, thank goodness, we didn't have a late second half crash was pleasing.
I said a few weeks, I said about 6 months, or maybe last season, that Ruben Garrick wasn't playing like a first grader. Boy, was
Well,
I
he is
wrong.
now.
Gee, was I wrong.
And I was going to say, I don't know about you guys, but that try that Saab scored, where
Yep.
Cherry Evans went down the sidelines, back to 4 and back to Cherry, and then the little half step flick sideways to Saab. Fantastic. That was brilliant. Oh,
Yeah.
if only they can bring that every week.
Yeah, there was a few good ones, but yeah, Knights didn't show up.
Yep.
All right, Broncos 16 defeated Titans 12. This wasn't too bad a game.
Again, we said last week this
Yeah.
would be by how much.
The Titans tried,
Titans
but,
were,
the
valiant.
Broncos just had their measure. They had a few players out. There's not a lot.
That
we can say
young,
about
the young halfback controlled it all.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's doing quite well, isn't he?
Yeah, he was terrible the week before. When he plays well, gee, they play well.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I reckon a couple of other clubs will be looking to sign him.
No, not Souths though.
You're going to
South don't
retire.
need him. We have a better player.
Yeah, look, I thought the Broncos were okay. Again, it was you guys were raving about this round. So far, we haven't had any good games, have we? Except for the Manly one.
Well, it's interesting. The Broncos over the last couple of seasons, if they'd played that game a couple of seasons ago, they'd be in 12th or 13th, and you'd be going, yeah, they're still struggling.
Yeah.
But they're now in 5th position or something.
Yep.
You're going, you know what? They're just doing enough to win. It's
100%.
all about
Wow.
perspective.
Yep. Panthers 18 defeated the Tigers 16.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, Brett
The West
Connolly comes
Tigers, the West Tigers rested all their. Oh, hang on, they don't have any.
out, and the Panthers rested all. And Kamali's saying how disrespectful
Oh,
it was.
please.
He should be thankful they did, and it was only a 2-point loss.
Was there a
and then
turning-
they were close to
Was there a
winning.
turning point in this game? Again, didn't see it. I saw what's the highlights, but you don't get to see a lot in the highlights.
The Tigers were leading up until the last few minutes. Or so.
Really?
The Tigers, they went all right.
They went all right against Penrith reserve grade.
Well,
To be honest,
Well, it wasn't whole
wasn't
reserve.
whole
grade.
it wasn't
reserve
whole
grade,
reserve grade, but
the
you
bulk
take
of the
out
good
they were a
players,
normal. They were a normal team
What were
with
the
normal amount of representative players.
Yeah, what were they? 7 players out, 8
Yeah.
players out.
I thought it was tough to gauge. The Tigers were much improved. I don't know about Hastings at lock. I don't think that didn't work in my mind. I think he still needs to be a half a
Touching the
5'8".
ball, yeah.
And the Panthers were okay. Their forward Fisher Harris was sensational.
Yeah.
On his birthday.
Was it? Oh, there you
Apparently.
go.
So, General, let me ask you: the Tigers have now announced Tim Sheens
Yep.
as coach for next year.
Yep. With
Rob-
Benji.
with Benji.
Benji to take
as
over
an
in 2 years.
assistant?
Yep.
What do you think?
Well, Robbie Farah's there, and apparently Scott Prince is up in
Yeah,
Brisbane.
he wants to come back.
And he's coaching their women's team, and he said, if they offer me a position, I'll come back.
No, they're getting the old band back together.
Well,
again.
I don't know whether it's good or not. I don't know.
Well,
It could be an
could
embarrassment.
it be any worse?
It could be an embarrassment.
Well, Steve's got it. It couldn't be worse.
It can't be worse than what it is. I mean, right now they've got a reasonable team that just cannot perform on the field.
Correct.
But you honestly give a a player like Benji Marshall, who's a legend at the team, and expose him after 2 years and make him head coach?
Yep.
Is that? I don't know if that's a.
Well,
if he's ready, he's ready. Look, I mean, I don't know. There's.
I mean, I guess the equivalent to that is Demetrio at South, although he has had success elsewhere.
Brad Fittler at the Roosters back in the
that's a good one.
That was a shocker.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
Yeah,
That's right.
But he never had someone over him for the first 2 years.
No.
And Tim Sheens isn't going to step away.
No. Tim Sheens will stay there, and I think he'll be a good option for Benji.
Yep.
To get everything in place for Benji. And the worst thing Benji will do is say, okay, I'm now the head coach, I'm going to go and change everything.
Yep.
Sheens will put in place everything for him and say, stick to this pattern and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but we say, so the assistant coaches need, or reserve coach, assistant coaches, they need to serve their apprenticeship. Cameron Ciraldo, everyone's been after him. Do you think the Dragons are going to throw a whole of Wollongong at him?
No.
You reckon?
No.
Like you said, the Dragons are a good side, if not spectacular. Ciraldo has, he's obviously seen as the brains behind the outfit.
Yep.
Are you telling me that they're not going to get rid of their coach and bring him in?
No, I think Cook's there for another couple of years.
I think he's there for one more year.
Yeah.
Well, for end of next year I'm talking about. I think he's there until then.
Well, I don't know.
I think if they do a deal with Ciraldo, it'll be after Hook goes. St George don't tend to sack coaches.
That says a lot, doesn't it?
St George don't tend to sack. They've only done it twice.
Says a lot about their form in the last 12 years.
They did it with Steve Price and they did it with Mary McGregor. They're the only two.
All right.
Yeah. Look, I hope Benji is a success. Honestly, he deserves to be a success.
I think he's got the passion to be a success.
Yeah, I mean, and he'll be a good coach. Whether he's going to be good enough to bring them the kind of success they're looking for, I don't know.
Raiders 20, Storm 16. This was
a ripper of a game.
This was a good game.
Mm-hmm. This was a ripper of a game.
Yeah, Pappenhausen's gone for the season with a.
He's had a hard run, hasn't he?
Is that the end of Melbourne now?
No.
Ready? We can only hope.
No.
Like last week.
He said that.
You said it last week as well.
He said it this week. But
let me tell you, they're playing South this week, and South are playing back into form. It won't be a problem.
We can only hope.
Well,
look, the Raiders. What did you think about the try scored by
young Schiller?
No, Harry.
Harry Grant.
Harry Grant. Where they thought the ref blew the whistle.
Because it apparently came from the crowd, didn't it?
Yes, it came from the crowd.
I don't recall that incident.
No. That's a real concern.
That is a big concern.
It's a real concern.
So what happened was Harry Grant was a few metres out from the try line.
Yeah.
Play the ball.
I remember the try, yeah.
And then there is a whistle blown and the players stop and turn to the ref and he scores.
I think that's akin to one-on-one strip. Let go! So instead, there's a signal into the crowd, and they blow the whistle, and Harry goes for the ball.
Wow, it's a conspiracy.
Sorry, Sally.
So all of a sudden, it's going to be happening at both ends because if you do it for your team, and then you do it for the team.
Well, the hard is how do you police that kind of stuff from happening?
I don't know.
You know,
it's dangerous. It really is dangerous.
Security guards are going to have to be on the ball. But,
maybe you have to have a different pitch for the whistle for the ref or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Either way, I thought Schiller's try was excellent.
Yeah, that was a
great on
debut.
The match was fantastic. I can't believe that you could go to tackle someone and have him run over the top of you and shatter your kneecap.
They just hit knee on knee.
There was some talk about Olam pile driving somebody illegally or something. I didn't see that in the
yes,
highlights.
But I don't know whether it was.
It wasn't as bad as what we've had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But look, Melbourne. Do I think Melbourne are in trouble? No. Have they got some stuff to work out? Yes.
I think they're in trouble and they've got some stuff to work out.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. But I tell you what, the Raiders were impressive.
They were.
They were very impressive. All right, let's go on to the match of the round. Rabbitohs 36 defeated the Bulldogs 28. And this was actually a really good game.
Oh, give it your best shot.
Oh, it was.
Please.
Seventh played 14th or something. You're saying this is and you won by 8 points.
For quality, I thought it was an excellent game.
Now I don't know whether
Didn't see the whole game.
I don't know whether you saw this game or not.
Saw the
but-
highlights.
But let me just tell you. Let me just tell you.
And what they did was they picked out every time Latrell Mitchell touched the ball.
Yep.
And that was the highlights of the game.
That
was it.
That was the game.
Okay.
There was
Yeah.
one difference in that team, and it was Latrell Mitchell.
That's right. Without Latrell Mitchell, South's lose.
Yep. And I tell you, look, and I know, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to say it again, Steve. Latrell Mitchell is vastly talented. Like he on his day, he is the devastatingly best player in the comp.
But
Mate, he takes his angry pills.
good.
No, he got belted in a tackle. Like he belts him, picks him up, throws him, belts him again. No problem at all. All right, stands over him like some kind of moron.
Yeah.
Somebody hit him, legit, and he gets up all angry. I'm thinking that was nowhere near as bad as the last 4 tackles he's made. The guy needs to pull his head in. Seriously.
No.
Latrell and Cody go to the same GP, and they get the same script for angry
Mate,
goats.
I'm telling you.
Cody are fine.
No, he is an angry man,
an angry man.
and he needs to pull his head in.
And he singled out Matt Burton. In the highlights, all I need to do, he singled out Matt Burton.
And it was superb.
But the ironic thing is, he says the Origin number 3 jersey's mine. Well, you gave it up, Latrell.
Yeah.
He gave
So,
it up to
sorry,
give those
you
guys
gave it
a
up.
chance, but he
You
never
gave
said
it
it would
up.
come. No, he didn't.
No.
He only gave it up.
But he
for
was
that
out
game.
to
He never
make a
said he's
point
not coming
and
back.
belittle Matt Burton by saying,
Yeah.
this is my jersey.
Yeah, because he had a good game over him.
Yeah.
He's
No.
no offense, Steve.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think
State
it's
of Origin.
don't get me
petulance.
wrong.
State of Origin.
Petulance.
Queensland
Steve.
dash Burton.
Yeah, that's
It's
right,
petulant.
Steve. I think he's great, but he's a child. I wish he was playing back in the 80s because he wouldn't last 10 minutes.
Oh, I think he would.
He would have had his head taken off and both eyes gouged out.
Look, he's an exceptional player, but he's still got a lot of growing up to do.
No.
And the media's on his back, thinking he is the most wonderful thing there is.
That try he scored,
Yeah.
the solo try he scored was superb.
Oh yeah,
Tom's was better back last
saying
year.
it
yeah. Oh, look, no. Like I said,
saying it wasn't.
on his day, Latrell is one of the, if not the best player in the comp. But he's just the attitude that he comes with. It just rubs me
He's
the
not
wrong
going to
way.
carry. He's not going to carry the crowd along with him like
I'm sick of
Tom
South
would.
players being the nice guys. I see that with
They're
Burgesses
not.
all the time. They
Well,
are.
you've never
George
had that
and
problem.
Tom
You've never had that
are
problem.
soft.
Yeah, you've never had that problem. True.
Okay, ladder. Who's doing it?
Right,
my
Panthers.
turn.
Panthers
It's
34.
my turn.
Cowboys and Sharks on 26. Storm, Broncos, Parramatta 24. Then we have Souths on 22, and rounding out a clear 8 Manly in 8th position, coming to get you, Steve. Then we have Roosters, Raiders, Dragons all on 18, and then we have the also Rens. The Warriors on 12, the Knights on 12, Dogs on 10, and the Titans and West Tigers on 8 points with 4 lowly wins all year. 3 wins with the bye. Terrible.
Okay.
Yes.
I should have changed that number, shouldn't I? It's rant time.
Rant
Can
time.
I just check
Go on.
this thing with the jersey?
Jersey.
If whoever wins above has to wear the opposite jersey. Now, can I be clear? You have to put it on and wear it through the entire show.
No
Yes.
chance.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You got to wear it through the entire show. If you were that confident, Brian,
Yes.
you have to put it on and wear it through the entire show.
Now, in all fairness,
Tell us what
Brian,
you think.
Brian thinks he doesn't have one that'll fit me, which
I don't.
I think is a bit weird. But
Sounds like you're worried, Brian.
I will pin it to my front.
No.
No, well, I can't,
Oh, okay.
I can't
Right. Okay.
fit it on.
Fair enough. Okay.
I mean, last
But
thing
you
wanna
must
see-
wear it for the entirety of the show,
Yeah, I agree.
start to finish.
Start to finish. Walk in with it on until the show is finished. You
Yes.
don't take it off.
Yep.
Brian, are you pulling out?
No.
Are you withdrawing?
It's just the most horrible feeling that's just come over me. Oh,
Okay.
imagine having that filth.
Have confidence in your team.
Yes,
The
I
filth
do.
of it.
All right, rant.
Believe it. Rant.
Rant.
All right, commentators. Now we're only. I'll admit it to the few people that are still listening. We're only amateurs here, but at least we have
Hang
a
on.
reasonable grasp on the game.
you-
No, let me go.
Okay, all right, I'll let you go.
What I am sick of is I'm sick of the commentators trying to bend everyone around to their will and cause controversy in matches. It is absolutely driving me insane. There are comments that are made throughout a match that have nothing to do with what happened, nothing to do with the players on the field. And you know what it comes back to, and particularly the Channel 9 commentators, why don't they let the players sort it out? Like, seriously, if the players could sort it out, we wouldn't need referees. We need a referee because the players are buffheads who want to win a game of footy, and they're doing everything they can to bend the rules. I'm sick of the controversy over that Taumalolo try. All the commentators are coming out and saying, "Oh, look at that! It should have been a try. What? He's just supposed to disappear?" No, but he's not supposed to stand in the defensive line either.
That's right.
Like, why are they making controversy out of absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
It's the same when a player gets sent off. Like last week, I can't remember who got sent off, and they're going, "Oh, well, that wasn't a send-off. He hardly did anything." I'm going, "What do you mean he hardly did anything? The bloke it was a professional foul and an infringement. You know what? That's 10 in the bin." Yeah. What they should have said was, "Wow, he's let his team down." But they didn't. They raved about it because they think it's controversial. Just call the game. And you know what? If you go back and listen to the old games, the old like Frank Hyde, Rex Mossett was probably the first of the more modern commentators. They called the game.
Oh, Rex was pretty biased when it came to Manly. Come on.
Well, that's what I said.
Seriously.
He was the first of the modern commentators.
He called the game until he spoke about Manly.
But prior to him, the commentators would call the game, and you could sit there and watch it and go, "Oh, what was happening? Oh, they've called it." You can't do that anymore. You've got to have your own opinion because the commentators are not doing a good job.
Right. So in the old days too, most of the commentary was done on radio.
Yep.
And you had to call every play because people couldn't see it.
Yep.
Do you think now that people can see it, they say less about what's happening in the game and they actually start to form their own opinions and whatever?
It's not about an opinion. I just want the blokes in the commentary box to tell us what's happening and analyse the game. Mm-hmm. That's why those little snippets you get of a James Graham and Andrew Johns and Cooper Cronk when he decides to, where they actually talk about what's happened on the field, and you go, "That was insightful."
Yeah.
But they don't do that. All they do is talk about the controversy. Oh, the kickers are getting belted again. Well, you know what? Stand 5 metres further back and they won't catch you, mate. Anyway, sorry. Anyway,
right.
ran over.
You went well over.
Sorry.
But let's just say, I agree with you. But that's why we're here, to give a more balanced view of the game.
Jeez.
Excellent.
Okay.
No
EELS
bias
Broncos,
here.
Thursday night. What?
I don't know who I'm going to be on for this game.
Yeah,
I'm going Broncos.
I
Eels at home, that's the only reason.
think I'm leaning towards the Eels.
Mitchell Moses, you think?
Sticks in his throat.
Oh, it does stick in my throat. I'm telling you, Steve. When you watch this, I am tipping the Eels. I am tipping that. I don't know. Why do I want to pick him? I don't.
Tom?
Yeah, Eels.
Ugh.
I don't think there'll be a lot in it.
No, me
I
neither.
think the Eels will win.
Dragons and Sea Eagles.
Oh, the COVID-ravaged Sea Eagles.
How many you lost? 2?
2.
And one of them's Jake.
One of them's Jake. Yeah, I know. We don't have depth.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried that. No, I'm just a bit worried about
Bounce
the forward
back?
depth. Oh,
Ben
no.
Hunter will be rested. He'll be better.
I was going to say, is he rested? No, he's listed.
Yeah.
I thought Ben Hunt's rested.
So he'll be rested after last week.
Yeah. So you're going Sea Eagles anyway. You're going.
Look, I think it'll be close, but I think the Seagulls will have their measure.
Yeah, I'm probably leaning towards the Sea Eagles, but again, I don't think it'll be a 50-point dropping. Knights and the Roosters.
Oh, one can only hope.
The Roosters should put a score on this team if they're serious about the finals.
Yes.
They have to put a score on them. Honestly. Go on.
Brian?
I'm going to go the Knights. I'm going to go the Knights at home.
Do we need to take your temperature?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Bouncing back against a big-headed Roosters.
So you don't think the Dragons are going to bounce back against Manly?
No, they're gone.
Knights,
They're in turmoil.
But the Knights aren't.
But the Knights aren't.
No, the Knights aren't in
who
turmoil.
Are considerably well behind them. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going Roosters.
Okay.
You have little faith.
Brian, you're going Knights.
I'm going Knights.
I want to see that tip.
You'll
I
see
want
it.
to see that tip.
You'll see it.
Raiders and Warriors.
Yeah, Raiders will win this comfortably at
I
home.
really want the Warriors to win, but they've got no chance.
I need the Raiders to lose too because they're right behind us.
Fullback.
Reece Walsh
has been dropped.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So that's the
all
only
the more
decent
reason.
play the Warriors have.
All the
So
more reason.
I don't. Why did he get dropped?
I don't think he had a good game, and I think they're really cheesed off with him about. Well, they traded him, so I don't.
Yeah, personally, I would have. Look, I think, from my perspective, unless you are a long-serving subject of the club and there's a mutual understanding, I'd sack every single one of them that signed for another club. Yeah. I wouldn't have Andrew Davey in first grade at Manly. He's signed for Parramatta next year.
Has he?
Yeah,
He was at Parramatta. He came.
Yeah, that's right.
Gone back.
Came to Parramatta, did his knee in his first game, rested him for 12 months, comes back, does another injury, rest him for another 8 weeks. Then what? How does he repay us? Oh, signs for another club.
And he's playing well too.
Yeah, I'd get rid of him. He'd be in reserve grade if it was up to me.
Sorry. You're on Raiders? Raiders?
Yeah, Raiders.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Panthers and Sharks. This should be a good game.
Good game. It's at home for
It won't be a good
Panthers.
game.
Why?
The Panthers will tear them apart. They will find every little weakness that the Sharks have and exploit it and destroy them.
No, they won't destroy them.
Panthers by a couple.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I think Panthers, but I think it'll be close.
If the Panthers don't win this by 20, I'd be surprised.
Wow.
And they beat... Oh, okay.
You say wow. No. 20. Or more.
Rabbitohs and Storm.
Ooh.
Oh, I want to tip the Storm, honestly.
You want to.
Well,
but
because we're in a logjam there and I need teams above and below us to lose.
Will you pick with your head, not with your heart, please?
No.
This is why I say I'm worried that the Rabbitohs will play the Storm back into form.
Three games in a row, I think the Storm will pull something out of the hat. Not a rabbit.
I don't... If they had won last week, I would probably go Souths, but I can't... They can't lose 4 in a row.
No, it'd be... Well, they haven't lost 3 in a row since 2015. I have no idea when the last time they lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, Steve. No,
please, that's fine.
Yeah.
Both of you can be wrong.
Yeah, look,
I'm okay with that.
You know what? I hope you get lapped.
Yeah, you do.
And then the Storm don't win another game all year.
I'm good with that.
Okay, I'm on the bunnies.
Oh. Yep.
Bulldogs and Titans.
This is a game the Bulldogs can win.
Oh, Bulldogs will win this easy.
Not easy.
No.
Titans showed a little bit of resilience the other day, but I think the Bulldogs are... I mean, Mick Potter's really given them some spark.
Yeah.
How do they not sign him as coach? Just so you know, like, what has he got to do? They're a vastly improved team.
I've Bulldogs easy.
Yeah, look, I'm a little bit worried that Jaden Campbell's back at fullback. I think he adds something, some X factor to that team. Oh, and I heard a rumor the other day too.
What?
Rumor coming out of the Bulldogs camp. You heard it here first.
Well, he didn't because he heard it from someone else, but okay.
Well, yeah, but I heard it from people who were associated with a certain club that Payne Haas has signed for one of these clubs.
Wow.
For the Bulldogs or the Titans?
Yes, and it's not the Titans.
So let me think.
Who do you think it is, Anne?
You heard it here first.
He's already signed.
So, how do they manage their cap?
The Bulldogs.
The same way the Roosters do.
I know.
No, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Disrespectful. That's
No, it's
disrespectful.
Not. Yeah, I know.
It's exactly the same. No, it's
course
not
it's
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
No, it's not. They're saying they got the Roosters accountant in. It's okay.
Are you worried that I'm being disrespectful to the Roosters? Please. Seriously. Where are you at?
Anyway, that's what I've heard.
Cowboys and Tigers.
Cows.
Yeah, they'll bounce back. They won't want to lose again.
The Cowboys at home it'll be again by how many?
Yeah,
They've got a lot of home
okay,
games
footy
coming
tips
up.
top 10.
Oh, no.
Guys, we are so far down in the footy tip.
Yeah,
I think
but I'm ahead.
You're ahead. I think he's in 13
14,
and I'm in
you're
16. But I haven't played my joker.
Oh, big threat.
So I'm likely getting extra 2 or 4 points. The way I'm tipping. So, look at that. I mean, honestly, neither of us are anywhere. But congratulations to you guys if you're on the footy tip.
Yeah.
Sato.
KFC Supercoach, Robbie's Randoms leading.
Oh, I knocked him off last week.
You did. You had a win last week.
okay.
I had a win last week because I played Cos's Crew and I smashed him. He only had half
Corey Parker's got no idea. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, continuing on.
Was that seriously Corey Parker?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
So Robbie's Randoms 24, Glitzy of Doom, Grinners, Fitzmagic, McManly, Rory's Crocs.
Yep. Steve, I've got a bit of a problem because I need your super coach
Again,
help.
he's
Okay.
exposing
All right.
himself. I've got a bit of a
You're
problem.
asking me, I'm sitting in 8th spot.
I can get rid of... So I bought in New Brown, all right, at 5'8".
Yeah.
I can get rid of him and one of the Penrith boys, Targo or May, and bring Cameron Munster into the team. Do I make that choice?
In a heartbeat.
But do I want to get rid of one of the Penrith boys? And I don't have enough money to do it otherwise.
Well, the odds are you get more running out of Munster than you will out of the other two.
Yeah, well, you reckon they're scoring quite well.
Yeah.
Who do you replace them with? That's the question.
That'd be... I'd have to bring Christian Tulapula
Lotto.
into Tulapula. Yes, that one.
Well, let's just
Tulipula.
see, because here is the round for next week.
Oh, you put it up.
Put it up to Stormy.
Steve's excited about this now.
I am. I'm actually getting into this.
Where are
Stormy
we?
Doom. I've got Grinners.
5th versus 4th. Oh no, it might be one of the people who listen to the show. Yeah, I don't know what to do. But yeah, if I can knock over 1st and then 4th, I'd be a very happy man.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to have to call this to an end. We've gone well over time.
Oh no.
Yes, sorry. You've been having so much fun. Okay,
Yes.
is there anything intelligent you want to end the show with?
Just Tom's back. Tom will be back before the finals.
Tom who?
Tom.
The
Turbo,
Tom.
Turbo Tom.
All right, that's it.
You won't make the finals. It won't be a problem.
Oh, we will. Don't you worry.
Tom,
Kiri back.
you're back
Jared
before
back.
the finals.
Go Roosters.
What's going to happen with Manu? They can't put Manu back in the centres.
He's just going to be on the ball. I don't know.
Let me make a prediction.
He's going to be in the
Let me
centres.
make a prediction.
Yep.
They will shop Kiri around the next year or two.
Oh, I
Oh,
hope not.
they'd
I
have
certainly
to.
hope not. I
They're
certainly
going
hope
to.
not.
They'll have to. They're not going to get rid of...
That would be tragic.
Teddy.
Teddy?
Teddy's
They're not going to
gonna
get rid of
stay.
Teddy.
No.
They're not going to get rid of Walker. They're not going to get rid of Manu. I think you're fine because Kiri's probably the most vulnerable out of all those because of his injuries, his age, and I reckon you'll find the next couple of years they'll shop him around.
They may, but it'll be sad
It will be.
because we're not seeing we haven't seen the best of him in 18
He'll end up at
months.
Manly
Oh,
to replace Kieran Foot.
gosh, seriously,
No,
Nia swearing.
We've got Big Josh to go into 5'8".
Oh, I think you've got a problem with Josh.
I think
I
we've got-
don't...
I think we've got a problem with Josh too. He's a vastly talented boy, but I don't know whether he's not. I don't know.
He hasn't grown into his brain.
No.
Okay, let's end the show. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for everyone who's watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll do it all again next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.